Okay, that gives us a little more breathing room. Now let's open up one more level of view here and see what I mean about cross-window browsing and editing. I'm going to do a jump link command to follow this link, and where we put our final OK, wherever our cursor is in this window or this window, is going to determine where the command gets executed. So for example, if I click it in this window, it jumps to the link in here. Now if I do jump return file, that nice little, try that again, jump to link, click here, and let's do RK over on this window, then the jump executes in this window. So my file windows are essentially interactive. Let's try that again. Jump link, click on this. This time it's going to go to item 6 with a outline view, and hit OK, and there it is. So this is very powerful. So for example, if I have a list of links in a window like this, let's set the view spec to add, this way we can see the links that are hidden there. I can look at, these are all different files going to different places in different files, and if I click on that and come over here, it's going to open in this window. So I can control which window it opens in, and I mean, in browsers you have this to some extent. You can have it open in a new window, but you can't designate an existing window for it to open in. And so here I can go to check out this email, and so on. And if we look back at those conference call meeting notes that we looked at earlier, we can have the agenda on the left, and we can be viewing the documents on the right and checking out the proposals and that type of thing. Now this works for jump item as well. For example, I can jump item here and say we want an outline view and give the OK in this window. There's our outline view of this file. All I did was say jump item, click on something, and then where I do the final OK, that's where it gets executed. So now I can go ahead and pick off this. I'm going to work on item G for a minute here, and I'm going to bring it over here, and I'm going to say, I'm going to give myself an outline view of just that section. Now I'm going to pick off, let's say, let's look at, better not do that, let's look at technical objectives. Oopsie. Let's look at technical objectives, jump here, and let's add view spec Y when it gets into this window. And then we can go ahead and open up the view. Very effective working on a large document is to have, or on any of these, and then using view spec here and pick something else. And as you rearrange in either window, it's immediately reflected in the other window as well. Now to do some actual cross-file editing, let's go ahead and say, let's look at our demo play file, and we'll go to item 1, and then if we do a colon, we can just tack the view specs right on there, just like if we were in a link. Jump to item 1, and we're going to want the same view. Over here, oops, we want one more, there. So then we want to jump this section over here, and let's give it an outline view, and we want to jump this section into this window with the same view. Okay, and now I'm willing to open up the view over here, and let's pick this paragraph. They both start with Augment, and look at just that paragraph. And what we're going to do is we can copy Oopsie, I didn't want to do that. Go ahead and copy Word from here over to here. And we can copy this statement so it can be repeated here. And it's all in the same file. It could be different files. But you just have real flexible, whatever you can do in one window, you can do across windows as well. There's another verb, editing verb, that comes in real handy, and it's called transpose. The verb is transpose, and in Augment that means to switch places. So you can, for example, transpose a word. If you got these two words mixed up, you want to just switch places. Transpose word here, and when I hit OK, they change. So I can do transpose word here and here. Okay, and if I can do a word, you know, I can do a character just like I can delete character, then I can transpose a character. So I can transpose these two characters here, and voila. So it's very easy to switch things around. In fact, let's say I wanted to switch these two paragraphs. I want to switch this one with this one. Let's see what happens. There we go. It's very, very elegant. Almost every day when I'm working in my other word processors, I wish I had this feature. Then I can jump back to the beginning of the file with an outline view, and I can keep working. These things, I want to work on multiple windows, so I'm going to go like this, and then I'm going to transpose these two paragraphs because I didn't like the order of them to begin with, and then I'm going to transpose branch. Any noun goes with any of these verbs for editing, so I'm going to switch this branch, and notice when I click on here, it clicks in this window as well. That's the part of the branch here that I'm selecting. I'm going to transpose that with this. So when I say branch and click on it, it's grabbing that plus everything under it in one click. And I'm saying transpose this with that, and then all I have to do is say OK. And there they are. So anyway, it's just very powerful. Another cool feature of this noun, verb, click, click editing style is that, for example, if I say insert word and click over here because I want to insert a new word after the word accomplished, I could type in the word just as you would on a normal word processor, but you can see up here it's also offering that I could mark the word I want instead of typing. T is for type in. So if I see the word already any place in my Augment universe here, I can just click on it. Let's say I wanted to add the word, I was going to insert the word Augment all uppercase after accomplished. Well, I see it right here, so I can just grab that one, and it's going to insert it right after here. So it's like an inverse copy. And the same with replace. If I want to replace this word by the word Augment, I can just go grab a copy of it here. I don't have to retype it. I could have said, well, no, I couldn't. I could have said copy word to go here and then delete the old word, but I don't know how you could do that in another word processor except by, you know, several steps. It would take several steps. So these are just a few examples, just the tip of the iceberg of the kind of power that you have. There is one other editing feature, which is utilizing the structure, the numbering, the view specs. We've already been looking at that. I can edit by number as well. So for example, if I'm over here and I know that that I want to get rid of section 8, I can just say delete branch 8 and hit OK. And you see, since it's on our screen, we can see that it got selected. And when I hit OK, that's gone. You can do it by number. So you can also say, okay, now whatever's the new number 8, I want to copy it into here. So I'm going to say copy statement. I can say statement and it won't take the substructure, or I can say branch and it'll bring the whole substructure. I'm just going to copy the statement. Copy statement 8 from this window, from the file in this window to follow here. So anyway, this is just pretty powerful. And another one of my favorite little editing commands is the force command, uppercase, lowercase. You can say, oh, I meant to make this all uppercase. So there it is, all uppercase. Or I meant to make it so it's just the first letter of it is uppercase. I picked a good one, didn't I? Okay, or just go ahead and make it lowercase. That's a little problem with refreshing. So that's really great. So I could make this whole statement lowercase, or I could say, I want it uppercase after all. Do the whole statement. So these are just a few examples of that, and again, the tip of the iceberg of the kinds of things that you can do. Let's go back to our demo outline, and I think we're pretty much ready to wrap this up. Okay, so let's pick up where we left off here. Supporting a rich environment for authoring. Let's see, how do I want to look at this? I want this in a wider window, so I'm going to get it in a wider window. Let's see. I'll put it over here. So we were looking at cross-window browsing and editing. The fact that Augment supports a rich environment for authoring, traversing, collecting information, collecting links to different exact positions with the views that you want to when you go back and revisit it, or if you want to share those with friends. So it allows you to really connect the dots throughout your information space, and as well as supporting direct collaboration. I touched on briefly the unique features of the shared screen teleconferencing, and there's a lot of other features as well that are specifically to support collaboration and also concurrent work, where a lot of things are happening in parallel and a big swirl of activity and documents flying and email and commentary and revisions and all of that. How is all of that captured? And that's where we get into repository management, including automatic capture, how documents can get posted and tracked, and this document supersedes that document, and there's provisions for all of that, so everybody can find what they need, and it's the most up-to-date information. As well as being able to backtrack down into why are we doing this, why did we decide to do this, and you can drill back down into the history of it, and it's all there, and all of which is designed to boost collective IQ, and very, very rich and powerful. So that's it for our very basic introductory turbo class demo. And thank you very much.